everyone. My name is Khiya and welcome to Velocity Vault. Today we're here in Washington D.C, the nation's capital, with Red Bull's Showrun in D.C, where they're going to be showing off their RB7. Now, the driver today is going to be David Coulthard, and he's going to be showing us the great engineering and challenges of the car. Everything is really exciting here. They have a fan festival going on, and we're going to get to talk to some fans, and hopefully we get to talk to some of the crew members as well. If you're a fan of Formula One, or if you're a recent fan of Drive to Survive, this event is for you. Back with Velocity Vault. Today we have
Giselle
and
Luis,
and they're going to answer some fan questions that we have for today's event. So, which team is your favorite team? We can kind of already see, but
Red Bull.
Red Bull. And where do you feel like Max Verstappen is going to end up at the end of the year for the championship? Do you think he's going to win again? Do you think someone's going to be a little bit more competitive this season? How do you feel?
Yeah, I feel like definitely Max is gonna win, but I also see like Carlos Sainz like going for the third place maybe. Yeah, trying to get himself out there.
How do you feel?
I think Max has a really good chance of winning, especially with the track record he had last season, and looks like he's still improving on that. I do see Sergio; he's trying really hard. He has the same car. He's a really good driver. It just depends on how Max performs. And of course, Carlos Sainz is really gunning for a new seat since they're taking him out of Ferrari. So he could also be a contender for the championship. You never know.
Thank you. And where do you feel like with the open driver market right now, where do you think maybe Carlos Sainz might go? Do you think he may join Max, or do you think he's going to go somewhere else and try to start, for that one seat at a different team?
Yeah, I see him a little bit more towards Mercedes than Red Bull. I feel like Sergio still has a little bit to give to Red Bull for sure.
Yeah, it's a good question, because I'm also wondering about where he's going to end up. I think that regardless, Carlos has shown that he is Formula One championship material, so he's going to get a seat regardless. I think Mercedes is the most likely, but you never know if Red Bull wants to replace Perez for whatever reason. So we'll see.
And last question, what are you most looking forward to for this championship season? Is it for an individual driver, a team? Are you looking forward to maybe another season of Drive to Survive if you've seen it?
Yeah, we have seen Drive to Survive. I haven't seen the last season yet, but mostly I feel like just the race itself. I really enjoy that aspect of it.
I think that I see a little more competition from Ferrari and even Mercedes, so I'm really excited for that, because I am a Red Bull fan, but to be honest, I'm like, I turn on the TV and I'm like, oh, it's Max again, of course. So I'm glad to see a little bit more competition, and it's going to be interesting with, Luis and Carlos changing teams. It's going to mix it up a little bit since we don't have any new drivers on the grid, and I think it's going to be an interesting season.
What is your favorite team in Formula One?
My favorite team is probably Mercedes, because I like Lewis Hamilton, and but I also like Yuki Tsunoda.
So is it fair to say that Lewis Hamilton is your favorite driver?
I think my favorite driver is probably Yuki Tsunoda, but I like Lewis as well, but I like Mercedes as a team.
Any particular reason why Yuki's your favorite?
He just aligns with a lot of stuff. He's pretty funny. He likes food, and he wants to open a restaurant and stuff like that. So I think that's pretty cool.
And with the driver market wide open right now, where do you feel like Carlos Sainz is going to go?
Obviously, because Fernando just signed to Aston, I think really he doesn't really have any options besides probably Sauber and Mercedes if he wants to stay at a top team, because I think Red Bull might keep Sergio Perez this year.
And then also, how do you feel the season is going to go? Do you feel like it's going to be another sweep for Max Verstappen, or do you feel like anyone's going to challenge him?
I feel like for the first half and the first pretty much amount of the season, until Imola at least, I think Ferrari will be pretty competitive after that, but right now I think it's just going to be a sweep by Max for a little bit. Yeah.
And last question, what is your favorite thing about Formula One, or what has made you stay drawn or interested in the sport?
I feel like my favorite thing about the sport is obviously it's like a thrill to watch and all the other stuff, but I just like competition.
Carlos Sainz is going to go for next year?
I got no idea. I think he's going to replace Checo at Red Bull. But you know, Stroll decides that he wants to go play tennis or something.
Right.
The two Spaniards at Aston Martin, that'd be pretty sick.
Yeah, I agree. I concur with what he said.
Well, thank you guys so much. Thank you all for tuning in with Velocity Vault.